Welcome back. This is Adeline with Adejuan's Art Dolls, and today I'm going to show you guys something that I learned how to do. As you know, I'm always on YouTube. I'm always looking to learn something, and I was looking up how to do eyebrows, and I run across this lady who was showing how to texture eyebrows. And so I looked at that, and it kind of gave me an idea to try it. So I did. I tried it on Jeremiah. And this is what he looks like with his textured eyebrows. And they are textured. Get up close. I kind of messed up that one over there, and so it looks just a little bit dustier than this one. But I can show you one that looks a little bit better than that. But it's textured. I can't get too close to see. It looks like he has it looks like he has hairs there, but it's not. Um That was the first one that I did. So of course, your first one is never right anyway. Um, but then I'm going to show you all my new baby that I will be putting together in the next video, or another video, I would say. And this is, what is it? Dewan. He is the Dominique. He is the Dominique kid from Bountiful Baby. He's a real boy. And his eyebrows, he has green eyes, guys. He has green eyes and this big afro. Oh, this big afro. But his eyebrows are textured. See? Looks like he's moving his eyes too. But his eyebrows are textured. See, these turned out a little bit better. I'm getting a little used to it, so they're turning out a little bit better because I'm learning what I can do to straighten up a mistake before it happens. So, but yeah, let me get close again. And this is Dewan. Dewan, meet the family. You will be born probably tonight, being that it is December the 1st. You will be born on December the 1st, because I will get you together in just a few minutes. But anyway, that was the second one that I had done. And then I did this little guy, but I had to go over his eyebrows, so I have to fix his eyebrows again. But see, he has black hair, so I gave him black eyebrows. But they need to be. I need to fill them in, so I had to fill it in at the bottom. So now I have to go back and fix it with my pencil, so that I can darken that in. But that's how he looks. Okay, and I am getting ready to. Don't fall. I am getting ready to do this big girl here. Um, Elizabeth to show you guys exactly how I did that. Now, the lady that I learned from, she is with Nunny's Nursery. And she is a YouTuber, so you can search out on YouTube and find her. But she is Nunny's Nursery. I'm not sure what her name is because I didn't get that far. Um, but what she does is she uses, oh man, she uses something alive, look alive, and you can buy it on Bounded for Baby, but it's a heat set medium, okay? And what she does is she draws her eyebrows on. She draws the eyebrows on, and then she puts the medium over top of it, and then she takes you can use a toothpick. She had a toothpick. I am using my little sticks that I have. This little stick that has barely there cotton on the end of it. But I'm going to use that. And so what I did, she said that if she didn't have the look alive, she uses um, matte varnish. What is the other one? Satin, I guess satin varnish. And she uses a thick medium and a thinning medium. Okay. But see, I don't have all of that stuff. I don't have all of that. And the look alive goes on um, clear. Don't have that either. So I'm using my trusty Liquitex because Liquitex will texture. And when you use a lot of it, I thought that when you use it, period, it would go dark. And maybe I'm not letting mine wait long enough. I may not go dark, go clear. And I may not be letting mine wait enough to go clear. But what I do is I draw her eyebrows on, and then I pick up some medium on my little stick, and I put it in the line of what I've drawn on here. And yeah, it looks kind of funny right now. And then I take and strike through it, and that will make you have a texture. You just keep striking through it all the way down, kind of make your end into a point. And you can make them scraggly or however you want to make them. And then you can clean it off to actually make them be a little uniform. Wet your sponge. Always keep your damp sponge. It helps get off anything that you mess up on. And then if you mess up and it dries, it's good to help you clean it off. And once it dries, it'll dry with texture. And you know, the eyebrows, you're not going to get them right. I mean, you're not going to get them exactly the same. And that's okay. You don't have to. The eyebrows are not the same anyway. If you look at yours, they're not the same. Like they say, they're not twins. They just sisters. And so this is how I do it. Now I am going to look around and try to find something that will go on clear and actually be clear. Because when this dries, and like I said, I may not be waiting long enough. Um, um, but and you can always go back and touch it up and fix it, and you can take it off if you want to. You just have to wet it down and then uh, rub lightly to get it off. But you can take it off. Sorry for the quietness, but you know, when an artist is at work, you have to be quiet. You can make them fluffy, thin, however you want to make them. I'm just making them kind of thin right now. See, on this side, I'm just going to go back through it and touch it up some because it looks like I got more on that side than I did on this side. Now, the only thing about this is it probably won't be able to show you actually what they look like because they have to dry. And then once they dry, I will take my um, pencil. I will take my pencil and I will go over it. You try to get a pencil, try to make the eyebrows be as close to the doll's hair, if that makes sense. You try to get that hair color, that pencil close to the hair color. I'm for learning any way I can learn to get the job done. Everything to me don't have to be sold in because I don't want to do that. Okay. And once it dries, you see her eyebrows are going to look like that once they dry. And then once they dry, you take the pencil that you made the line with and you go back and you lightly cover the white streaks that you're going to see left over. And that's what I do, so that will make the eyebrows look like what they're supposed to look like. Um, she might have had too much on that side. We'll see once I color them in. Yep, but that's how I do it. I'm going to be, this is an experiment, so don't hold me saying that you didn't do it right and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that. Okay, this is an experiment, so this is not exactly what she used, but this is what I used, and you know what I tell you about what I use. I'm doing it on my own. So, but I mean, Dewan's eyebrows are really nice. His eyebrows turned out good. See, they turned out good. So, like I said, it's just practice makes perfect with anything that you do, and you just gotta continue to do it. And once you continue to do it, you'll get the gist of how you're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it'll come easy. It's not a hard job, so it'll come easier. So I'm just waiting for her eyebrows to dry up some. They feel like they dry already. And what I do is I just take the pencil and I color over the white part, because you know when you texturing a doll, and Jess would Reborns with Jess, she uses Liquitex to texture her babies all the time. And once it dries clear. But maybe this is not enough to dry clear, or I'm not waiting long enough for it to dry clear. I'm not really sure what that is, but um, I just feel like that I only draw just a thin line, just a line to give me a guide. And then once I put the Liquitex on here to actually make the eyebrow, then I color it in with the pencil again. So then it looks like an eyebrow. If I have to go back over it and add some more to it, then I do that. But I'm for trying stuff, and I don't try to let a lot of things get to me. I looked up people that had vitiligo to see if the eyebrows change color, and I didn't really see where they did. So, I decided to just go ahead with the color. And some people, when I've seen some people, when they do a baby with vitiligo and it's going up into the hair, they make the hair white there. Um, I intend to do one of my babies like that, but I haven't yet, just yet. But I intend to do that with one of my babies. But um, the eyebrows usually stay the same color that they are. Now, she has very sparse eyebrows, so they are not thick and they are not real dark. So that you can tell she has eyebrows. When you're looking at her, you can tell she has eyebrows. I'm just trying to make sure that I can tell she's got them. But it really does look like that there's hair there. When you're looking at them in person, it really does look like that there's hair there. Now, I don't know how that looks to you guys, but turn around, big girl, so they can see. See, on the brown side, you're not going to be able to see it that close, but I'm trying to. She's heavy. Let me see if I can get her close to the. But you see, her eyebrows are textured. And when she's far away, and that's okay that you see just a little bit of the whiteness, because far away, or when you're looking at them straight on, you really don't see that that is showing that white that you probably see on this camera. But she has her eyebrows now, and I'm just trying to catch up on some of my babies with getting them some eyebrows since I know how to do this step. I think it is neat how to do it, and I think this is the way I'm going to go. Now, I do need to do her eyelashes, and but I was looking back there for some hair to do her eyelashes, and I really don't have any straight hair to do her eyelashes, so I may have to take some of this hair. I have some more of this, and see if I can uh, flat iron it to get it straight enough to do her eyebrows. It should not curl back up like this unless it gets wet or something, because it's human. It's supposed to be human hair. So and her hair needs to be shaped. It needs to be picked out and shaped. I've never done that to her hair. I did that to Dewan's hair, but his afro came in so big, and I thought that just looks so cute. I'm just not gonna even cut it. And I showed him to my son, and he said the same thing. Oh, mama, don't cut it. Don't cut his hair. So I just said, okay, we're gonna leave it big. These are dolls. They're not humans. So there you go. So that's my video for today, and I will put it right out so that upload it right now so that people can see how I actually textured my eyebrows. And like I said, I'm not the greatest with that because I've just started doing that, and so but I will be working on it, and we'll be working on trying to find something else that I can work with. I'll try to see if I can find another medium to use. Um, so I don't know. I'll see. I'll see how that goes. Yep, I'll see how that goes. because I want to be able to get you the right stuff to use. Now the Liquitex, it does work. Excuse me, it really does work. But and you see what they look like. I've showed you three different babies. Oh, I've got to fill in his. I'm waiting on his to dry. But I've showed you three different babies that I've done. Well, I meant four babies that I've done. And so there you go. It does work. They don't look that bad, and it looks better than just having some painted on eyebrows. They actually, if you are close to them, they actually look like eyebrows. They actually look like hairs in the eyebrows when you do that. Um, and like I tell anybody, if you're going to do something new, don't do it on your baby first. Get you a test baby and do it on. It can wipe off. You can wipe it off with water, just plain water. That's why I had the sponge wet before I started, so that it would, just wipe off. If I felt I made a mistake, I can just wipe it off. And you can do that too. So, like, now with Jeremiah, I did not know how to straighten up his eye. And so what I did was scraped it off, and it scraped off the paint. And so then I had to fill it in with the pencil. So that's why that one looks a little bit darker than the other one. That one looks a little bit bigger and not as clean as this side over here. Um, this side over here looks cleaner than this side over here. But that's okay. That was the first time that I did that, and now that I know what I am doing and how it's going to work and how to straighten up a mistake, um, because when I made a mistake on somebody else, who did I make the mistake on? Dwayne? It was either Dwayne or no, Verna. Um, I took a sponge and just wiped it, a wet sponge, and just kept wiping it, and like that, just kept wiping it until it wiped off. And then I went back with my toothpick and my medium and filled it in. Did it the same way. And you can take your sponge, and if you get your eyebrows all out of whack, you can take your sponge and clean that off. And you can straighten that up and make it look halfway decent. If you want your eyebrows, some babies' eyebrows are really, really wild looking, you can make that happen. You can do that with texture those eyebrows to look wild. Because once you start to texture, once you put the medium on, you do not have to glob it on. You see, I didn't put a whole lot on Elizabeth. I just put a little bit on, and then you just kind of spread it with the toothpick. Let me see. You take the toothpick and you just keep going all the way down until you get to the end, and you just keep filling in, where you think that it needs to look like hair or whatever, and just keep doing it. Once you get the hang of how it's going to look, then you know what you need to be doing. Sometimes mine be gapped, and so what I do is I just go pick up a little bit more medium on that, fill that gap in, and then just go work that out, work it out, work it back out. Um, because once you just keep doing this little dabbing uh, part with this little stick here, and that's cotton on the end, just a dab of cotton. Once you and you don't have to use this. You can use a toothpick. She used a toothpick. I'm just using this because I don't have a toothpick near me. They're in the kitchen. I'm not going all the way in there to get it. So yeah, and you just keep on, just do them in the way you think hair would go, you know, and it once it dries, once it dry, look at it, see if it looks like hair in there, and if it does, then take your pencil and fill it in. Take your pencil and just fill it in. Do it lightly so that you won't make the eyebrows look really dark because you don't want them to be really dark. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So that's my video. I will be, uploading this video as soon as I get off of here, and I will put it out right today. There's another video out today as well. Is the series on creasing Patrick. So this one will go out today as well. I had a um, YouTuber to ask me a question about how I textured. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the video out today. So I'll have two videos out today, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the video out today so that she can get an answer. Um, like I said, the lady that I looked at, her channel is Noonies, Lunnies Nurseries. Um, I'm sure that's what it is. Let me look and make sure. Nunnies. Nunnies Nursery. And that's what you look for. And she says, how I do eyebrows. So that's what you look for. You'll see Joseph, 3-month-old Joseph's in the picture because that's the eyebrows she's doing. So she had already started doing it. And before she got to heat it up, she checked it over, and one of the eyebrows was not textured and one was. So she had to texture the other eyebrow. And so she said uh, since that happened, and she's not sure how that happened, but since that happened, she showed us how it was done because she was showing somebody on her channel how it was done. So yeah, just check her out. You'll get the gist of what I was doing, and yeah, go from there. I mean, just like I said, what I do is trial and error. I'm not. I'm self-taught, so I learn as I go. When I'm telling you something new that I did, it's new to me as well as you. So that's how it goes with me. I don't have a teacher teaching me anything. I look on YouTube and see what it is that I want to do, and then I try to do it. And I keep, if it's something I really want to do, I keep at it until I learn how to do it. So that's just me. So I appreciate you guys hanging in with me, um, learning with me. I'm not a teacher. Don't portray to be the teacher. Because see, I can be a goof at times. I can really be a goof. So, um, with that being said, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Lost my train of thought. Um, share my video and comment on this video. I would like to hear some feedbacks on how my eyebrows looked. I would really appreciate that. And I will get it uploaded for you tonight. And you have a good night. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.